Stay tuned after this program for some exciting retail offers on products seen in the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders country western workout video.
Warning. The scenes that you're about to see may be unbearable for some persons.
3, 2, 1.
Previously on VCR Party Live.
Kyle Mooney.
Hi, Kyle.
Hey. Welcome back to the show.
I got a LaCroix, so my wife is just walking by, and I didn't expect to see anybody.
The video I wanted to show that had a little something to do with this. Maybe you have this one. This is Rainbow Bright San Diego Zoo Adventure. This familiar?
This is one of those that what I was saying, like probably like my second season, I came up with a list for my brothers, okay, you want to get me a Christmas gift? I could really use Rainbow Bright. Yeah, San Diego Zoo. Yeah.
And plus you're from San Diego originally,
yeah.
So that was probably you'd see home again.
Absolutely.
Everyone here at the San Diego Zoo would like to thank Rainbow Bright and Twink for bringing all the color back to the animals.
Whoa.
Did the San Diego Zoo still have those trams, those trolleys?
I've not been there in a minute, but I do believe Twink is still thanked at every show in that amphitheater.
I think I read somewhere that you would watch Rainbow Bright after the SNL after parties.
We would get home late on Saturday nights after probably the after party, and coming down from whatever the show was, whether I had a good show, a decent show, or a bad show. It would be me and a crew smoking hookah and drinking beers, and then we'd throw on one of the Care Bears movies or something.
I'm sure that's what Jim Belushi did too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
VCR Party Live. VCR Party Live. At the end of the 20th century, a scientist saw a killer comet on its way. He filmed instructions for its destruction over a second-hand VHS tape, but then was hit by a Winnebago. So his assistants Nick and Joe must search every corner of his drone for a cassette that is only home. But in the meantime, they'll play the greatest hits they found. VCR Party Live. VCR Party Live. Melinda's.
Well, hello, Melinda's. Here we are. It's VCR party time. It's Tuesday night. Time to rock and roll VHS style. I'm Joe. There's Nick. There's Steve. And we watch VHS tapes. We have over 14,000 of them. And, we have a jam-packed show today. We got Kyle Mooney on the show. We have another very special guest on the show. Should we bring him out right now? Let's just do it.
All right, let's do it. Maybe even as exciting as Kyle Mooney.
George is here.
George is muted. I think it's been so long since
what am I? Oh no, sorry. What are we?
What are we together in unity? George, how you doing from the Clownathon?
It was a rough Saturday. Did you recover quickly? I didn't.
No, but I did have dreams, not like scary clown dreams, but like stress related dreams.
Yeah,
I think it was because of 12 hours. I didn't leave. I never left the building.
I took 3 hours off, so I didn't have it as bad as you did.
Steve, you brought your A game. You were doing impressions of clowns. You
asking
were
good questions.
You kept the conversation moving.
Yeah.
I'll take it. But I only had to. I was only able to be there because I had to take my daughter to a swim lesson, and then I had to be back to relieve our caregiver. So I was very,
I know, but you had things to do during the day, and I just watch clown videos all day long. Nick, you lasted up until the last hour.
Yeah, it was one of those things where at the end of any of the thons we do, it's never just we did it, balloons falling. It's just kind of all right, we'll clean it up tomorrow.
It fizzles out.
It saunters out.
Yeah, everybody and by the end, I only have one regret from the day. I would say it was a success. We raised a lot of money for the charity, and we talked to 7 clowns in total the whole day.
Yeah.
My only regret was towards the end of the night. I think just to keep my brain working is I just kept wanting to call people. It was almost like I was drunk at that point. I was just like, let's call Gory O'Rotten. Let's call Gory O'Rotten. Okay,
You were clown drunk. It's a type of dry drunk.
My only regret was calling that last clown on Gory's public access show, and Tim was trying to talk me out of it the whole time. But I was like, I'm just going to call and compliment her and say, keep up the good work. And he's like, okay, all right. So I call up and
that's called the Nick roll.
I just called her up and complimented her, and I think that she was just suspicious. Like, why is this guy calling me about clowns right now? And Tim thought that she was trying to suss out if I was drunk or not.
Yeah.
I was clown drunk, but not drunk.
Yeah,
drunk.
we all were.
Anyway,
but thanks for
my
everybody
only
for tuning in, and that's archived. You can watch it back on YouTube if you want. And
hey, you don't have to. You don't have to if you don't
you
want
can watch
to.
us get more and more insane throughout the day. So
Yeah,
there are a lot
it
of
was-
people in the comments who wrote like, "Hey, can somebody throw up the timestamps of when great things happened?" Silence ever since.
no one's
Not
going
a-
through that again.
Yeah,
Not a chance. Oh boy.
like an alpha thing, you know.
George,
Yeah.
the reason you're here is because I have a deathbed vision for you. I saw it
Oh.
and I was like, we gotta have George on the show for this deathbed vision. So
Can't wait.
that'll be after the Kyle Mooney, which we pre-taped. That'll be after Kyle Mooney. And then also we have Nick's dad is going to join us in the second half because he sent me an angry text the other day saying that he didn't appreciate that I mocked him for falling off the Segway. He fell off the Segway twice, but he didn't appreciate that. So I was like, and he demanded an apology. So I
Okay,
have Batman
all right.
cereal, and I will
Man
be
in your word.
apologizing. Yep, that'll be in
Daddy's
the second.
Segway.
We gotta. Well, he wouldn't know anything about Daddy's car. I don't know what we'd ask him.
Oh,
but-
he watches the show. I'm sure he.
yeah.
It was a lemon. I know that. He got sold a bad car. They
But
like
it was-
won the odometer back on it.
But it was a Daddy's car. The guy was
Yeah.
wrong.
That's true. He was.
Nick never denied that.
Can I ask you? Can I ask your dad about the Daddy versus Orgasmic thing?
No.
No. Okay.
Not allowed. Let's
Make
get
that
into
easy,
we do occasionally show VHS clips, so let's get into a found footage festival classic, shall we?
All right.
You caught me with my pants down, but no one sells carpet or waterbeds for less.
I got a message from Bob Hedges. He said, "Happy Dr. Sternholm Day," and I was
I
like,
got
"Oh."
one as well.
I did too. Yeah.
Well, also there's like 4 or 5 Dr. Sternholm days because
home movie, I guess, with dates, the dates burned in on it.
yeah, it's this quack doctor who, for some reason, set up a camera and would talk to his patients, and the audio's bad and the video's bad, but it's just there's something about Dr. Sternholm video that I just love, and he did it throughout the year, and one of them fell on June 16th, so that's the one we're gonna watch, and then Judah sent in how he celebrated Dr. Sternholm Day. I'll show you that
Okay.
afterwards.
Hope everyone had a good, happy, and healthy, yet safe Dr. Sternholm Day yesterday.
Most importantly.
Yeah.
And Nick, do you remember what he called his remote control thing?
Yes, I do. A sender.
Yep.
Yep.
I chose.
Got a lot of new viewers who are here just to see Cal Mooney that had to sit through a lot of talk about clown fatigue.
And the
my
sender.
dad's, Segway, and now Dr. Sternholm to kick things off.
Yep. All right. Yeah. So the sender's featured here. Found Footage Festival.
This is, I'm Dr. Alan Sternholm. This is Steve White.
See the date? June 16th, 1994. 31 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, 31 years. There we go.
Morning, Steve. Morning. And an MRI makes a point of it.
Watch
That's
this part.
pretty accurate. Okay. So we're doing, and there I dropped it again. We're doing 2 areas. So that's the point.
Now watch this. Watch this perfect ending. He sticks the landing hard here on this ending.
Okay, thanks again, Steve.
All right.
Appreciate it. The ultimate is.
And I showed this.
Keeping it in there.
Yeah. With this.
Okay.
With what?
With
What
the
is he using?
sender, I
Yeah, the
assume,
sender.
yeah.
Yep. He was using the sender. We missed May 27th. That was yeah. So I'm going to play this one.
It's got to be. Let me pluck a picture off the wall here. Just the other day, I was a little bit embarrassed. This lady, I'll let you hold this picture with me, and
So
let's see
confounding.
if we can
What does it
zero
mean?
that.
What's that?
What does it mean?
Well, I watched the whole thing. I watched this entire interview. It comes out of nowhere. He's talking to her about her leg problems. Then
Yeah.
all of a sudden he says, well, ultimately, let me just grab, and he just grabs the picture of the buffalo.
Camera in on that one, maybe shift it my way to get out of the letters here, and we'll pull in on that. I'm so proud of this picture, but this lady came in.
See, he's using the sender. So this is from Judah. Judah saw a
Oh.
buffalo or a bison or whatever they are.
Yeah.
That's how he celebrated.
Oh, he went and saw a bison.
Yep.
Okay.
At Antelope Island State Park.
That's one way to celebrate Dr. Sternholm Day.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good one.
I just spent it quietly with my family. Just kind of wanted a low-key Dr. Sternholm Day this year.
Yeah.
Because Utility's young still. I have to really do it up. You know,
Yeah.
when she gets
Oh,
into-
kids get so excited.
For the kids. Yeah, when they unwrap that sender.
You just woke up with running around the house.
Yeah, 4 or
Where's
5
the buffalo? Where's the buffalo? Oh, not yet.
Did Dr. Sternholm come? Oh, he just might have.
He did.
Well, it happens like 5 or 6 times a year too. So it
May
makes it
27th.
May 27th, June 14th.
Yeah.
There's a bunch. Yep. What else we got?
Let's watch a couple of screeners. These are the video store screeners I've been collecting in this week in screeners.
You may say it's a screener, but it's not the only one. I hope Tuesday we will watch some criminal penalties for unauthorized duplication or distribution.
All right, I got 2 good movies. I got Sneakers and Big. These are 2 rental staples around our house, and they have pretty good POP. Let's take a look.
Hi. Dan Aykroyd.
Unbelievable.
They spelled
And
Aykroyd
David
wrong.
Strathairn.
They spelled Aykroyd wrong. Back it up. They spelled Aykroyd wrong. It's not Aykroyd.
It is AY, I think, but is there a C in there?
Somebody look it up quickly, George.
No, they spelled it right. Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Wow, I would.
Maybe Dan Aykroyd's been spelling it wrong.
I think that's the
I
problem.
think that's the case.
Send them some Batman cereal.
Unbelievable.
And David Strathairn.
These guys are good.
In a movie that will have customers leaping for the video shelves.
We're getting too old for this.
Sneakers. Watch out.
Battle stations.
Your rental profits will explode.
Yeah.
This movie will be renting so fast, you won't be able to stop it. To ensure that your rentals go through the roof, our POP kit will include a full-color one-sheet poster, along with a unique eye-catching pop-up counter calendar. And on top of that, with each 8-unit order you place, you'll receive a Casio DataBank
Ooh,
electronic
now
day
we're
timer, 1 official Sneakers t-shirt, and 2 official MCA Universal Home Video t-shirts. The total estimated retail value of the pre-pack items is over $90.
You get all
$90.
shelves. We're getting too
I mean,
old for this.
that DataBank calculator was probably like $4 or something. Like,
I know,
don't
but it looks expensive.
I guess.
Is over $90.
You get all the fun stuff.
Sneakers.
People on the movie are commenting on what the announcer's saying.
Good girl.
Coming on video cassette.
If it were up to me, I would have spelled sneakers apostrophe S.
Yeah, I was gonna say they spelled Sneakers and Strathairn wrong.
Mm.
But Aykroyd was right.
Aykroyd was right.
This one confused me why it started this way.
Now, for a behind-the-scenes look at this colossal hit. Tom Hanks stars as the big Josh Baskin.
Big works primarily.
Tom Hanks' film career goes back to such favorites as Splash, The Man with One Red Shoe, and Bachelor Party. CBS Fox Video has got a wonder drug to...
You see that?
What?
CBS Fox was in the medicine cabinet.
Oh,
Nightfall.
yeah.
CBS Fox Video has got a wonder drug to keep big young and keep your customers
Why was
renting
that
it
one
again and again.
Reviewer up for like a half second.
I think
What was that?
I made a mistake in my edit there, I think.
Okay.
Poster, consumer ad, and giant 7-foot standee are the beginnings of a marketing plan that will generate enormous consumer demand. Television advertising will include commercials airing before and after street date to keep your rental return rate high. CBS Fox is going to turn your customers on with spots on all the major networks.
That's why it's starting
Appearing on such programs as The Tonight Show, David Letterman, Saturday Night Live, Good Morning America, 21 Jump Street, CBS News, Cheers, The Cosby Show, ESPN Sports, and MTV. Plus, the advertising effort will be doubled in major spot markets across the country. A box office gross of over $111 million proves that laughter spells big money. And with theatrical audiences giving Big an A rating, the home video release is sure to be a big success. Big. It's the comedy romance for the kid who often thinks about growing up and the adult who doesn't want to grow old. Big is a lot of fun on home video cassette.
Only $90.
You can tell that they had a budget for that one.
Yeah.
'Cause they were putting graphics in the medicine cabinet and
Silly string background. Yeah, that was pretty well thought out.
when they have a budget for the screener, that's called putting the graphic in the medicine cabinet. I mean, these guys could really put the graphic in the
they
medicine
really
cabinet.
did with Big.
Do you remember the controversy with that movie that very short-lived that John Lovitz said to Tom Hanks, or their characters said, talking about a woman that worked there, he said, she's the company Welcome Wagon or something. And there was a company called Welcome Wagon that sued the producers of Big. This is the sort of thing that was like the top story on Entertainment Tonight in like 1988. It was huge news for a day.
I
Wow.
don't remember that at all.
I have no
I wish I hadn't brought it up.
Did you you watched Entertainment Tonight when you were a
I
kid?
loved it because I knew one day I was going to be on a hit YouTube series, and I wanted to know like how do I act, how do I
Yeah.
and I
And
make
you learned a
and
lot.
Yeah, and that's why I'm so fluid in the way I speak when I'm on
You're the
camera.
very heart of this.
Well, there was something else I noticed on that Big screener. There's a bunch of other trailers and things, including some flying windows. Steve, roll that graphic. Wayne, our flying window counter, showed up to the Clownathon for a bit. Always brings great candy. That was nice, but I don't envy her having to count these windows. They blink if you miss them. And here's also from the Big screener.
CBS Fox Video proudly presents a brand new release from the ABC Sports Library.
Oh boy.
Live and drive
That was
the
it.
Indy 500. 3 decades of ABC Sports at Indy.
Actually, there's one more flying window. I let it roll.
Keep your customers happy with Big. The Shirley Temple Collection, Heart of a Champion, The Ray Mancini Story, Doctor Who, and Live and Drive the Indy 500. Those wild March winds will be
Yeah.
blowing customers in by the thousands.
Yeah,
Stock deep now.
Damn it.
Stock deep now.
How
There we
does,
go.
Wayne, how does Wayne do it? Does she have a clicker? Is that what she said she has?
I think she does. Yeah, like for like people entering a baseball stadium, and she has a
Yeah.
clicker when the windows come up. But that's going to be some real freeze framing there. So
Oh yeah. Good luck. All right, I got a glancing queen. Then we'll get to Kyle Mooney.
great.
You are the glancing queen, staring at the camera. Take a peek.
Did you hear how I harmonized on that?
Yeah, perfect harmony. Yeah.
Thank you. This one comes from the North Dakota news team hard drive that a dude gave us 15 years ago, and I'm just finding so much more stuff. In fact, George, that's where your deathbed vision comes from.
Can't wait.
This one was labeled on the hard drive Chesty Kid. And and I had to click on that one. But it was chestykid.mov. And I guess the news station would have a day where the kids would come in and read the news. And this kid has a glance that I don't think we've ever seen before in the Glancing Queen. This is a
Is this me in 8th grade?
It's about the right age.
Yeah.
Watch this, Glancing Queen.
Denver Nuggets. Be sure to check your local listings for game times. The 2012 playoffs are sure to be filling. Back to you, Kelsey.
Dylan, is there any specific team that you're rooting for?
You are the glancing queen. Staring at the camera, take a peek.
Not what I was thinking. That took down at their desk, was it?
No, he stared at her breasts.
Oh, I missed
Did
that.
you catch that?
No.
I'm calling BS on Nick.
I really, I
How did you
didn't
not
get
see
it.
that?
I seriously didn't get it. No.
Watch here. Let me just go. See, look at. He's looking up at her eyes. He comes up and then he sees the breasts and then he goes right at him.
All right.
And
Yeah,
then
I missed it.
he kind of is hypnotized at this
Oh, you have
moment.
a thumbnail. Gives him a good gander.
But then she asks him a question and he's like lost in thought.
I was confused. I guess I was distracted by what he's doing with this hand. It looks like
You're
he's got
looking at the wrong things. It's
Yeah.
about the glance. There's no glancing on the hands.
There's too much going on. I thought he was glancing down at
There
his
wasn't
hand.
much going on at all. Look at, you know he's going to be glancing.
No, I missed it. I thought he was looking down at his hand or at the table. But
no. Well, it's called chustykid.mov.
That's not what I was
so-
expecting at all. I thought it was going to be that was not what I was expecting.
What were you expecting?
I'm glad it was this, not what you were
Yeah,
expecting.
absolutely. Just yeah.
Okay. Tell us after the show.
perhaps
right?
an early developing
That's
person they're bringing to work. Okay.
Is it ravioli time already?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
do
yeah.
it. Let's bring out Kyle Mooney.
Yeah, we got Kyle. What's he? Oh, he's promoting his new album,
The Real
And
Me.
The
Yeah.
Real Me, which is I love it so much. And we
Great
talked
album.
about it a bunch. All right, here he is.
Come on, let's see your raviolis. Show us 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 your raviolis.
Hey, Kyle. Thanks for joining us.
Always great to be here, guys. I'm excited for hopefully a creative time.
Well, talk about that because we all know Kyle. You play a lot of characters, but now for the first time, you're kind of bearing your soul a little bit.
Yeah, it's been a pretty fascinating journey. Yeah, for I guess for those of you who don't know, I recently put out an album called The Real Me, and music has always been something I wanted to pursue. I feel obviously very blessed with some of the acting and comedy work I've gotten to do, but when I was a kid, I wanted to be a rock and roll star, and I think that I sort of let that dream fade away. And I just one day decided I want to pursue this again. So I've been making music. I put it out there, and the response has been pretty wonderful. So it's just it's really something that's totally new, and I feel vulnerable and it's scary, but it's so incredible.
I love the album. I mean, I put it on when we were playing board games a few weeks ago, and we just put it on, and it accidentally it looped the whole album, so it plays it over and over, and we listened to it 4 times in a row. And after the 4th time, there's so many different genres that it doesn't sound samey at all, But then after the 4th time, I asked the group, I said, "Do you want to switch the album? Because we just listened to it 4 times in a row," and they're like, "No, keep it going," because it's
That's
that
very
layered.
sweet.
It's that layered. You hear something new every time. So it's my
well,
album
that really
of the
means
year.
Oh,
I like
so
that
much.
I like that you released kind of a little mini not a sitcom, but like a show that kind of tells the story. You're playing a character in it, but you're working in an office, but daydreaming about being a musician. I thought maybe we could play a little bit of that so people can get an idea of it.
Oh yeah, please, The Real Me show. Yeah, it was a really exciting project. But I played Jesse in it. I don't know that I need to set it up too much, but it was sort of a fun way to use a narrative to weave together some songs from the album. And I worked with some incredible actors.
Yeah. Okay. Here's a little bit of it gets into the first song as well.
Wow. Jesse, that sounds amazing.
Whoa, I didn't know you were listening. Thanks, Rodney. It's a new song I'm working on. Trying to get it just right.
Well, I'm sure you will. All your songs are great, and you're so talented.
Thanks, man. I try to make stuff that people can relate to by talking about things that are sometimes scared to open up about.
And that is something I love about your music.
If only I get my songs on the radio. Till then, I gotta work at this job.
People can relate to that.
Oh yeah, trying to tell sort of like an everyman story, if that makes any sense.
Oh, totally.
Laying out in the sun. Man, it's really fun. Holding on to my bottle of beer. I see a nice little lady, polka dot bikini, making me crazy. Sweet Lord, I wish you were here. California summer, don't fade away. On my knees, ocean breeze, begging you to stay. Short shorts, palm trees, spiked lemonade. Love California.
That's just a little bit.
Oh,
you gotta watch more to see the
It's
rest.
a song of the summer right there.
Oh, that's
I love
very
it.
sweet. Yeah, I'm from San Diego, California, and so it really was just like I want to, I want to get my experience. I want to showcase to the world how wonderful and beautiful a California summer can be. So that's a really special one.
But you're not giving up on the acting. You're still going to do TV and the Netflix shows and all that, or is it 100% music at this point?
I kind of had hoped that I would be able to sort of purely focus on music right now, but you really, the streams, they don't give you a ton of money if the song is streamed. So I might have to do some acting just to be able to sort of support the music project and to support my family. But yeah, I mean, if in a perfect world, I would just be making music 24/7, telling my stories. I would love to even try new genres. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a lot that can be done with just a few instruments.
Yeah, in this album you have country, you have rock, you have
a ballad.
Or almost some like electronic
R&B,
music,
dance,
R&B. Yeah,
Yep.
It's like So, and then talk about we have some clips for you, by the way, that we're going to show you eventually. But I wanted to know about the recording process. Is this like a bedroom recording, like a band camp kind of thing, or is this more of like, did you go down to a studio to record it?
Yeah. It's interesting. I feel like a lot of people wonder, did you, is there some big time producer behind this? Are you going into some, big studio?
Right,
no.
because you're former SNL. I mean, you know people, and you should be able to do it. No?
Not at all. Not at all. This is just me. I was able to find some software on the computer to be able to record. It's called GarageBand. I'm not sure if you're aware of it. But yeah, basically like you can record. It's like almost having like your own studio inside your computer. And it's actually not that difficult to use. I kind of, after just laying down a few songs, was able to master it pretty quickly. But yeah, I recorded all of the guitar parts, the keyboard parts, the singing, and it's just me in my room.
And you can download that for free, the GarageBand?
I believe so. Yes, it was on my computer. I'm not exactly sure if it comes with everybody's computer. I know that mine did already have it on it.
Oh, cool.
We'll put up a link in the show notes. But I wanted to play a clip because there's another actor that I grew up watching on Fantasy Island, Hervé Villechaize, who made the transition successfully from actor to singer. And he was also from the heart, very sincere, and he appeared on the Merv Griffin show in 1981. And I have a clip of his very sincere song. It's called Why.
As the loveliest song you have ever heard for you today. He's going to sing it, and then we'll tell you all about it.
Okay, that's my first one, so you're going to be really nice to me.
Hervé Villechaize.
Thank you. People have to fight.
Why do people have to fight?
Why don't they learn to do what's right? Why do they hurt each other so? Why don't they know what children know? Why let your life go by so fast?
You notice the stage
Yeah, I
kind
saw
of fell off there. Yeah. Not his fault.
No, not at all.
The things you do, but we are things, and we love you.
Yeah, so he had he had some recordings out, and I mean, I guess known primarily as an actor, but he did successfully, transition
the
a little
turn.
bit. He made,
Yeah.
he did.
Do you know if he wrote that song?
I think that was an original. Yeah, it was for an Alex.
I really
Rogan
I really like the messaging, and it's something I try to do with my music is to just be upfront with the messaging, right? Let's just tell you exactly what we're trying to get out right now, which is, why do people fight, right? And we know, and children know better, and like just being earnest and talking about some of the problems that we face.
You're
every
saying
day.
instead of being like abstract or like having a metaphor or something, just
There's a time and
say it.
there's a time and place for it, but sometimes I love like, hey, this is something we can change in this world. I'm going to tell you how to do it right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. That's awesome. I want to play a video for you. So the very first, maybe it's the second song. What is it called? On the Range, something. Boy on the Range, Kid on the Range.
Right.
Yeah. That starts the album off, and as soon as I heard it, I thought of this video, Nick, that you and I found. I don't even remember where we found it. We've just had it in our collection forever. A kid named Chad Ruggles. We got it. It's from 2001. I don't know if it was an internet video or I think it came on a tape. I was trying to think where we found it. But I don't know where it is. But I felt like you were very Ruggles-like with that song. I assume you haven't heard Chad Ruggles before, but he
the name I don't recognize the name, but I just see it, and who knows? Maybe somehow he entered into the consciousness. I have no idea.
Yeah, he covers a Tim McGraw song called "Unbroken," and I wanted to edit it down but I was like, I can't make any edits in this, so we're gonna have to watch most of it. I cut it off a little early. But we'll watch most of it here.
I haven't seen this for a while.
I have no problem watching or listening to music.
Okay.
Spoken like a true musician.
Yeah.
That's how it started too. That wasn't my edit. That was
that-
like the video started with. Let me just make sure that you see the very beginning. Here we go.
Broken.
I thought about editing this part down too, but I think it helps build up the song.
If I lived and breathed before you loved me, I don't recall.
Have you heard of him, Kyle?
If I walked around it all that was in bits and pieces of the jagged heart. You kissed me and every piece from back in place, every pain got erased. You held me up to the sunlight. Now it feels like no one ever left me out in the rain. Cold words still remain unspoken, but I never got lost. Spend years in the dark. You're here now, my heart's unbroken. When I see you smile, feel my soul again, and I'm unbroken.
You skinny dipping there? Is that the idea?
Yeah, he took off all his clothes and then walked into the forest. Well, most of his clothes.
Yeah. Okay.
If I doubted the power of love, baby, now I understand. I thank God for every day I will wake up to the soft touch of your magic hands. In this world, sometimes the only thing that's real is the way you make me feel. Babe, good changes day and night. I swear it's like no one ever left me out in the rain. Cold words still remain unspoken, and I never got lost. 10 years in the dark, you're here now, my heart's
Kind of worried about him up there.
Yeah.
It's pretty high.
That's dangerous.
Yeah. Do you guys? There's maybe a minute left. Do you want to keep listening to it, or
keep going with Ruggles? I mean,
yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. Steve, do you like it too?
Oh, I'm enjoying it. Yes.
Okay, good.
When I see you smile, feel my soul again, and I'm unbroken. I still see the nights, I fell into your eyes, and when we made love, it felt like a first time. No one ever left me out in the rain.
When Chad
Cold
Ruggles
words
made
still
love,
remain
felt like the first time.
unspoken.
Yeah.
And I never got lost. Spent years in the dark. You're here now, my heart's unbroken. When I see you smile, feel my soul again, and I'm unbroken. Yeah, I'm unbroken. Oh yeah, I'm unbroken. No one ever left
Watch this
me
part.
out in the rain. Cold words still remain unspoken. I never got lost. Spent years in the dark.
Yeah, so he's probably like in his 40s now at this point. We got to track down Ruggles. I want to see if he has made more music or what. But
yeah, that was really incredible. I've never heard it. You know, I would say there were some moments where he was maybe a little flat, but I do think like performance was there. Those sort of minor stunts, I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, exactly. It's something
the jump you pointed out.
Yeah, where he jumped over that creek. Yeah,
that was Blink if you miss it too.
Yeah, the disrobing, like you're saying, like I love that sort of thing. You know, sort of bringing another component to it, like another performative component. Like this is a show.
Yeah.
This is for audiences to enjoy. So
Yeah.
That's definitely an A for me.
Definitely. So circling back to the creek jump too, in post production too, did you see that they paused it when he was like mid jump on there? And I didn't totally understand. They paused it. It wasn't like a lag in the video over the streaming. It was like they paused it purposely. And I was like watching it. I was like, why did they do that? But then when I rewatched it, I was like, oh, I like that they did that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm wondering, you know, I couldn't tell you what the lyric was at that particular moment, but, you know, just the idea of, you know, being above the ground, sort of like, and what love does to us. You know, I bet that there's some imagery there that, like you said, rewatching it, maybe it'll become a little clear.
Damn. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Since you started recording, like I don't know. It sounds like you know music. I mean, yeah. I guess I never really knew you as a musician, and you talk like a musician now.
Oh, that's no. I just know that I like making stuff, and certainly, yes, I've spent more time learning about playing, listening to a ton of music. I feel like that's something that people don't talk a ton about. Like making music is one thing, but you also actually have to listen to a lot of music to know these different genres, to know different uses of chords, and also to make sure that you're not doing something that somebody else has done before. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, it definitely has been an education of sorts,
I'd say. All right. So you are about to embark on a tour, correct? Are you? Have you started it yet? What is the live show going to be like? Because are you coming to Chicago?
We are. Yes, we'll be at the Metro on in a couple weeks. Yeah, very soon.
Oh, nice. I'll be there for sure. You say you have a whole band behind you then?
No, just my team. You know, Carmen Christopher is opening the shows, and I have a friend Abby who's sort of tour managing and assisting. So like that's the we I referred to.
Okay.
But the show, it's called the Real Me, Fake Me Tour. And what I wanted to do was, of course, I wanted to present the real me. I'm here to promote the album. I want people to listen. You know, I think there are people who love these songs and they're going to want to hear them. But I also wanted to sort of explore the fake me, my old acting career and characters. So the show involves both me playing some of these live characters that some folks might know, and then also doing a full music set as myself, Kyle M. And we've done a warm-up show and I'm performing around town in Los Angeles. But there's new videos. I think if you're a fan of my work, you kind of get everything. You know what I mean? You get some of the old stuff, you get the new stuff, and I'd like to think by the end of it, you're thinking in new ways, and I do think it's a really creative evening. And
Yeah.
I just can't wait to share.
I feel like
share
the
it with
audience is
everybody.
really going to get to know you. This is
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, let me show the end of the Real Me show. I don't want to give too many spoilers, but this is sort of the end where you're about to get fired. Your boss at your office, you're daydreaming too much, and but something interesting happens.
This is the real me, as naked as can be. This is the real me. No more makeup hiding me. Yes, the real me. I know I come off as a clown, but I'm telling you now, there's a real me deep down. Everybody loves to laugh. Everybody loves to point and see the puppet as he ridicules himself for nothing but a chuckle.
Jesse, you are fired.
Oh no.
Hey, not so fast.
Wait, who are you?
I am Mike Ricky Michaels, radio DJ, of course, and I just played your song for all our listeners live on the air.
I gotta say, I did not expect to hear that today. Hendrickson, he's not fired. What? Because we need more creativity like that in businesses. Corporate's giving you a raise.
Yes.
But there's one little caveat.
What's that?
You gotta keep making songs.
Yes.
Yes.
You go, Jesse. Can I be your manager?
Yep.
Okay, so there's more, but that's just a little. It kind of comes full circle at the end.
No, it's
Yeah.
a cool story.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's a really cool team of people who came together. And actually, here's a little piece of trivia. The woman who plays Laura or Lauren, I've already forgotten the name of her character in the show, is my wife.
Oh, for real?
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
She's an actor too.
So it was interesting getting to collaborate with her on that sort of thing.
Is there a chance for any sort of actual radio? Like, what's the status of radio, terrestrial radio? Could your music get on terrestrial radio? Like, I don't know. Like, have you tried? Do you see that as an avenue?
Sometimes I'll get tagged in posts, and it looks like I'm in some sort of playlist that I don't know if that's an internet radio or radio that you'd hear, driving down the street. Yeah, it's possible, and it's something I would really, really love. The album came out on Stone Throw Records. I'm not totally sure the conversations they're having. I don't know. They would know much more about that world than I would, but I would love to be on the radio because I feel like there are some great artists out there who you hear on the radio, but I think there's not exactly something like what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And I think people would really enjoy it.
Totally.
Yeah, it turns some heads.
Well, for your tour, I put together a video. So I played this last year, and it was a hit. The Melindas loved it. Our viewers loved it. And it comes from a Best Buy. So there's a Best Buy in New Olmsted, Ohio, which is a suburb of Cleveland. And the employees, after hours, would have their rock band play. And and all the Best Buy employees would come and watch it. And it gets wild. I'll play the recap from what I played last time. It's only a minute long, just as a refresher for people, and Kyle, to catch you up on it. But so here's the first one I showed, and then I'll show you a brand new footage from the best. The band's called Face First. Yeah, new stuff.
Wow.
Here's the recap though.
Finally, Face First has come back to North Olmsted! You guys ready for this?
into it.
It gets wild. Best Buy employees know how to party.
You're
not. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna. I mean, that to me shows you just the power of great music. You know what I mean? Like they are partying, right? And it's largely because we're hearing some stuff that we love hearing.
Yeah, You're not playing any Best Buys on this tour, though. I mean,
not that I'm aware. No, but you never know. I mean, like I might arrive in a city early, and if I run into somebody on the street and they're like, "Hey, we got this. I work at this store. Would you want to come in?" I might consider it. So nothing's off the table. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it seems like you could just grab a stool and a guitar and just start strumming. It seems like it's just you mostly. Yeah. So okay, here's the brand new footage of Face First at a Best Buy in 2001. And this is a new performance, and they get dressed up for this one. And it's good, and the crowd goes wild as usual.
Hey,
brand new footage, Face First at Best Buy 2001. I think he's a Geek Squad.
Oh, the uniform.
Yep.
Our very, very own Face First.
Finally, Face First has come back to 279.
Bob?
Allow myself to introduce myself, the G-Man, George Huntley.
And at the beginning, I think they said that Face First has come back to 279. I think that's the Best Buy store number.
That makes sense. Yeah.
My words happen as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door.
A little bit of the Raven there.
Yeah. We got a DJ for this one.
They're doing Smooth again?
Yeah. They play a lot of the same songs that they played in the last one. Yeah. If it ain't broke.
Yeah. Wow.
You see the Shrek head in the back? There's a Shrek head.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, it must have been part of the show.
It gets a little wild here. Watch this.
He's like Fight Club Brad Pitt.
What's that?
Is he dressed like Fight Club Brad Pitt?
Oh,
there?
maybe he is. I thought he was a zombie, but I think you're
maybe.
right. Yeah. Did you see that moshing?
Yeah.
Hold on, let
Pretty
me back
wild.
it up. Just back it up here. Metallica.
Yeah. I think I see the Shrek costume.
Yeah. Oh, did you? You want me to back it up?
No, it's all right. You just have to back it up when you watch this later. These are all the hits from 2001.
Yeah. All the crowd pleasers.
Mm-hmm.
sing the baby one more time.
There we go.
They're good.
That was great.
Yeah. No, there's like they do 4 different performances. And
how did you find that?
Somebody sent it to me. And after they sent me the first one, somebody said, hey, there's more. And then they sent me the other ones. So, yeah, I could send you the full thing if you want the full links to it. Because the whole thing's good.
Oh, sure, yeah.
It was so hard to edit because and I focused more on the audience with that edit. The actual performance of the guys on stage, they gave it their all. They're playing a Best Buy for their coworkers.
I like that it was, they're sort of doing some genre mashing because, like, I believe one of those songs was Britney Spears, if you remember, the sort of pop icon, but more of a hard rock metal version of it, which I thought was really, really interesting.
Exactly. They do a Christina Aguilera song. I thought about including that, but I didn't. But they do a Backstreet Boys. So songs that are typically like pop, but they're giving it kind of a metal touch to it.
I love that. Like, not, we weren't expecting that. There's like some mystery to it. Also, I don't know if you're aware, the song Smooth, that's by Santana and Rob Thomas, I believe, from that era, from Matchbox 20. Santana, an amazing career before that. Like, their band played Woodstock, really great band.
Oh, cool. I'll have to look it up. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I just know him from Smooth, but that is interesting.
Oh, yeah, no, they were playing long before.
And he played with Rob Thomas back then too?
No. No, that was a newer album.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think there might have been some other artists on that Santana album, but sort of a big comeback album. But they were playing in the 60s.
Oh,
wow.
Cool. Oh, it's
yeah,
awesome.
Interesting. Well, this has been an education, and I'm excited to see what you're going to do next because this album blew us away. And who knows what you're going to do next?
The song I fell in love with first was Disease. That was my favorite one because that one, it seemed like there was some personal stuff in that one that you experienced
some things
firsthand.
Absolutely. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, it's a song about being in middle school and, having to take that shower after gym and sort of the fear associated with that, the anxiety and, and also like how the other kids perceive you and how that can sort of mess with your psychology and the way you feel about yourself and your self-esteem.
100%.
And yeah,
I was going to say, I remember that song spoke to me because I remember being scared to death about taking a shower in gym in 6th grade. And I remember like losing sleep the night before. So I was like, oh man, I guess I wasn't the only one. Because then, like some kids had pubes, some kids didn't. And I didn't. And so I go in there and, it was just like, it was just embarrassing.
It's relatable. Everybody's had that.
Yeah. I mean, like, as much as I love my body, it doesn't mean I'm always comfortable in it. And that's definitely the story I was trying to tell. And I don't know if you noticed, the music on that one is sort of more of like almost pop punk, which was a lot of what I was listening to when I was in. So I'm from San Diego. Very popular band Blink-182 is from that area. And so I sort of wanted to tap into that sound. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah. All different genres. The album is out now and you're on tour. We should, I'll be there at the Brooklyn show and everyone else should go see Kyle M.
Yeah, please. Let's.
And is it Kyle M now? You don't do Kyle Mooney anymore? Is it Kyle M for the music or what?
This show is technically presented by both Kyle Mooney and Kyle M. Kyle M is the real me. This is what I've always wanted to show people. So today I'm Kyle M. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Will that ever evolve? I have no freaking idea. Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
And I think that like playing for people is probably going to inform something. You know what I mean? And the tour, I do get to be the fake me. I do get to be Kyle Mooney playing these characters, which it's already been interesting sort of putting these costumes on and taking on these characters again. I got to say, like, as much as I thought I turned my back on it, it has been really nice hearing people respond to it. So who knows what'll happen.
It's a little confusing because Kyle Mooney is the fake you, but Kyle M is the real you, and Kyle M is like a stage. It almost feels like a pseudonym, but then Kyle Mooney is your birth name.
I don't think it's that confusing.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's just you, Joe. I got it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to ask you one more question. I hope you haven't given up your VHS collection. I hope you still are collecting VHS tapes. Are you still doing that?
You know, I still, I have them. And you know what's been really nice is I have a. Actually, it's my daughter's birthday today. She's turned
happy
2 years
birthday.
old.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
she's at school right now. They're gonna have some popsicles. But
Nice.
you know, that's sort of one of the new components of my VHS collection is taking out these kids videos and watching them with her. You know what I mean? And she'd never seen a VCR is not something of her generation. So popping on a Teddy Ruxpin video or some sort of educational video has been really really powerful.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'll send you that Chad Ruggles one. Maybe she'll like that one too. I'll send you that. Yeah. Cool. I'm no further questions.
Yeah, Kyle, thanks for coming on, and love the new album. We'll see you on the road.
Yeah, this has been really. Thank you so much. I love what you all do. You're artists, and I love artists, and so thank you to what you provide to your audiences and a guest like me who gets to see some material he's never seen before.
Awesome.
But yeah, hope to see you guys on tour. Please check in with me and we can say hello. Also, if anyone wants to come, tickets and the album, all the information is at KyleMooneyLive.com.
Sweet.
We'll put a link to that and, of course, to the GarageBand download in the show notes. So
perfect.
Check
oh, great. Yeah. Okay, great.
Yeah, excellent.
All right. Thank you, Kyle.
Thank you, Kyle.
Have a great day, guys.
Thanks.
Show us your raviolis. Show us your raviolis. Show us your raviolis.
All right. Thanks to Kyle. I don't know. The one part where I talked about the pubes, I was like, why did I bring up the pubes part? You remember that when I said that? You guys,
yeah.
Do you remember when I said?
Yeah,
I didn't have any
I think we were
pubes.
searching for a time to or like how to best say it, and
I didn't have to say the pube part.
No, that probably wasn't the best choice of words, but
it just kind of came out.
But hey, it wouldn't be a Kyle Mooney segment if it wasn't awkward. So
That's true.
That's just he traffics in that,
That's
and it's
true.
wonderful. So
Yeah,
yeah, that was
he
fun.
is.
Steve, you got a jock sham for us today?
I do.
It's a jock sham, jock sham, jock sham, jock sham. Boring you with a signature drawl. It's a jock sham, jock sham, jock sham, jock sham. This rap is done, now it's over to you.
All right, Steve, the rap is done. Now it's over to you.
Excellent. So, in light of Kyle being on the show and being from SoCal, I chose a Padres jock sham, and this one is super awkward. They got Cal Worthington, who, if you don't know, he was a big car salesman in the area all over, and his commercials were on all the time. But this time, instead of selling cars, he's trying to get you to buy tickets to the Padres, and this is how they decided to do it.
Hey, I have a deal for you. Come down to San Diego City and enjoy the wonderful Padres. Now, we got fun for everybody. Now, we won't talk about him. He's a little bit chicken. But do we have everything? We have fun for everybody. We got speed. Do we have speed? Look at the legs on this guy. And he's got wide sidewalls. Do you want power? Do we have power? Look at the power. And he's got automatic transmission. Come down to San Diego City and enjoy the Padres. Fun for everybody. Everybody has a ball. We'll see you here.
Why is that one highlighted?
I'm not 100% sure why that one's highlighted, but I do know the barking at the end is because he always had a claim to have a dog named Spot, and Spot was never ever a dog. It was always something weird. So in this iteration, it was the San Diego Chicken.
Chicken himself.
Yes. So he was playing the part of the dog, and that's why he did that. But I know George did a deep dive on Cal Worthington in a previous episode.
I remember that. Yeah, and Kyle in episode 219, he talked about Cal Worthington, about how he was everywhere back then.
He was. He still is.
He still is? Is he still?
In the internet. Oh,
in the
sphere.
internet.
He's passed on, but
yeah. George, we're counting down the moments to your deathbed visions, but did you bring anything with you today?
Well, since I knew I'd be on, I went through my archives to see what I hadn't shown, and there are a few 900 lines commercials that I used to have in a segment called.
We're sorry.
These are all just weird for different reasons.
Hello. I'd like you to call the 9500 party line right now. Call me. Call me.
Call me! Are you calling me?
1-900-999-9500. 95 cents the first minute and 50 cents each additional minute. Call now.
Yeah, I don't know who that was geared toward or whether that worked.
Really in your face.
It can't. They're probably like, it can't hurt, right? And you probably get like some teenagers at night. Let's call it. Let's see what
It'll
happens.
catch your attention.
Yeah.
Hey, gang, if you think I make a lot of noise on my TV show, you should hear what I have to say on my new 900 line, all right? Things I can't even talk about on television. Things I don't dare say, all right? But you've got to know what they are. Just call the number you see on the screen, and let's start talking about those pornographers and those sex maniacs, politicians and lawyers, and all the phonies.
Call the Morton
All the
Downey
hit.
Jr. private hotline to hear what he can't say on TV. 1-900-909-8000. Parental discretion advised.
So the story was that ad never actually aired. The company made a deal with him. They went out, took a script to him, and he said, "I'm not reading the script," and he just like freestyled that in 30 seconds and made him leave. But then when they just wanted him to record some stuff to put on the reel, the loop, and his attorneys didn't think it would be good for him. So anyhow, that's a. But also the first 900 line I've ever seen, only commercial, with somebody smoking after like 1955.
It's true. That was his trademark.
976 Evil. See the terror in your local movie theater. Now hear the horror on your telephone. Dial this number for your horoscope. Eerie stories of horror and fright. Supernatural thrillers of evil in the night. The future was never so terrifying. Dial now. We dare you. $2 the first minute, 45 cents each additional minute. Children get your parents' permission before you
That's
dial.
exactly it. That's by the way, I saw that in the theater. One of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Good VHS
but yeah.
cover. Oh, that's the scream in the middle of that too. Sounded like when R2D2 gets electrocuted. It's kind of a wow.
Was it? Yeah, he does have a cameo. He does get
It didn't
murdered.
sound like a scream of
Do you think
terror.
it was R2D2? Do you think they used it there?
I don't think so, but it was to me. It sounded. That's the first
Yeah,
thought that I had.
excellent
when I
call.
Played it.
Could have been like the
All
Will
right.
Hunt scream, but droid version.
Mhm. Yeah.
Right. And this is just, there's a lot here.
Welcome to the world of the Mystic Seeker. I will show you the way into your future through your astrological sign. See what your future holds for you. Could it be love or romance? Only your horoscope can tell you for sure. So call 1-900-847-1121 and you will receive your daily forecast, your lucky numbers, and your love match forecast. So call 1-900-847-1121 now.
So she makes the phone appear and disappear, but it's also, instead of a crystal ball, it's a disco ball, which I think that's something people.
I couldn't hear her over the spooky music.
Yeah, I don't know what she said, but I like
couldn't hear
that
a
she
word.
did a lot of point to her hand, and then a phone appears, and then it disappears. They did that twice.
Typical psychics.
I thought they did a good job with that.
Would
Yeah.
you say that 1-900 numbers were the NFTs of back then? Because it was like, it was a money-making opportunity, but it didn't really do anything.
Right. It was
You know what I mean?
right. The people who put them out made money, but
Right.
you don't have anything to show for it.
No,
Exactly.
can't get those minutes back.
Exactly. All right. It's the moment you've all been waiting for. So now, George, when you die.
Okay. Let me just get in position.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
It'd be like that. Yeah.
Yeah, when you die, you are all these visions. This is what they say. This is what scientists say is like the second before you die, all these
Scientists?
Yeah.
Yep.
All these different visions fly into your eyes, some fly into your mouth, and then you have all these visions. And George, I think-
of extrusions. That's
You're
what
right.
scientists say.
My
yeah.
soul is extruding from my body.
Exactly. And I feel like
Tubular.
George, since you're weird, you're gonna have weird visions, and that's why I put together a little segment called
George's Deathbed Visions.
a little recap here, all the visions.
Have we talked about that first girl looking like Miley Cyrus before?
No, we haven't.
I think she looks like Miley Cyrus.
Dr. Mario. It's just me.
Little recap.
Yeah, the intro graphics up to like a
George
minute and a
died
half
while
now.
waiting for the intro to end.
Okay, so this one comes from the North Dakota News Team. The hard drive, it's B-roll for fireworks and fireworks safety. So you're just going to see the B-roll. There's some audio there, but it's not like you hear the news person. This is just like the filler clips that they would use for the fireworks. So here we go. This is a good one. Sometimes they put a little bit of music under it, or you just the audio you'd hear from the
Right.
You would think that'd be the deathbed vision, right? You
Yeah.
would think that would be it.
Is it not?
It's not the deathbed vision. Hold on, you get a couple more here.
Of course, that can't water.
George's deathbed visions.
So that's why we brought you on tonight.
Great
George.
Jane's Addiction album cover.
Is that accurate? Well, is that accurate to the deathbed vision you're going to experience?
I'll let you know. I'll let you know from the other side.
Okay. Yeah.
DVD. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give us a sign.
All right. Now it's time to apologize and bring it on. Very special guest. Long overdue for the show. He should have been on a long time
First
ago.
timer.
First timer. Should have been on a while ago. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Nick's dad, Dan. Where is he? Somebody bring him on? There we go.
There we go.
There we go. Dan's here. Hi, Dan.
Joseph?
Hi.
Happy belated Father's Day. You look upset.
Nicholas?
Okay.
Oh.
I had nothing to do with this, but go ahead.
You did. You're the one who brought up the story. I didn't know the story until you told it.
It's fair to say that I'm a little miffed and resent that you made fun of me when a situation that was easily told by a story and you'd understand.
Well, Nick said that you fell off a Segway twice on a Segway tour through Wapaka. And that to me sounded hilarious because he didn't say like, oh, we hauled him away in an ambulance. I wouldn't be laughing then. No way. Maybe a little bit.
I appreciate your discretion.
So, but I wanted to hear. First of all, I'm going to apologize for laughing at your misery. I mean, it's kind of what we do on this show.
Do we want to play the apology corner now or later?
Yeah. Wait. Let's build up to the apology corner.
Okay.
Dan, tell your side of the story here. What happened on that Wapaka tour?
It's just simply a training flub. They screwed up with the training. I mean, everyone knows that when you're on a Segway, it's all about how your feet are pushing down and pushing around. And so when you're going up a hill, your inclination is to lean forward, which of course kicks your feet back, and then the entire thing starts going backwards. Okay.
Did other people on this tour have that problem?
We were not properly trained. And so not only was I going back, I was going back at a speed because we were going back, and I realized
This sounds funnier, actually. This sounds funnier.
And
you realized you had what? I'm sorry.
I felt like I was going to go off into the road, so I jumped backwards off of the Segway into the bushes. So
sorry for laughing.
I expect some.
Now, did you?
And my part of it was I just looked back and saw you in a ditch.
and you just kept riding forward, right, Nick? You didn't go back to help him, did you?
Well, yeah, no, it's every man for himself at that point.
On these Segway tours,
it was poor training. Poor training. In fact, the
survival
trainer,
of the fittest.
The tour guide then realized how poor training he had done, offered his own tour guide Segway for me to use.
Oh, so this must have been top of the line then. This must. Have been
of course. It was. It was magnificent. So
and
I
wasn't
used
because you were claiming that it was malfunctioning, that you had
that may have come up. It may have come up, Stephen. Thank you for asking.
I want to make sure I get the story out.
So I'm on that one then the rest of the way, and all went well. So it was definitely a training. What?
there was one more slight incline.
I
where
thought there
you
were
failed-
two
failed
disasters.
again.
Okay, all right,
This
all right. I
time
see
on
where you're
the
going with
trainer's
this.
segue.
All right, now you're picking. Now you're nitpicking because there was another little hill. I'll call it a hillock. It wasn't quite a hill.
The most
It was just-
minute incline.
It
Yep.
was a small incline, and I noticed that there was going to be some issues, and so I literally just kind of stepped off of it. So it wasn't a fall back into the bushes like the other previously ill-trained situation.
So you're a former athlete, right? Like you, right?
I disagree with former, but sure, I'll take that. Yeah, yeah. So that's why I was able to jump into bushes.
It was
and-
really
and
athletic. Yeah, you should have been
athletic. Yeah.
So,
Well, so I mean, so here's the situation. I mean, I was probably in my 50s at that time, and now since you guys are all in your 50s,
We're not in
you
our
know
50s
what
yet.
happens. What?
Not in our 50s yet.
You guys are all in
49.
your mid 50s. I don't
49.
remember. So, you know, you can see that sometimes you're not quite as quick as you would normally have been, say in your 40s, and so I mean, there was a little bit of that, but I resent the implication that I was a fumbling fool with no skills.
Okay, just one follow-up question. So when you gave him your malfunctioning first segue, the first
Yes.
one that
Mhm.
malfunctioned, did he have trouble with it when he hopped on it? Nick, do you remember him having trouble on it when he
had
hopped
no
on it?
trouble,
No,
Your
he
Honor.
didn't. He was able to ride it just fine. Okay. All right. I'm getting a clearer picture here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Just selective
again,
malfunctioning of two different segues. That's all it was.
and I resent the implication. So
Okay.
I think
that's why you're here, is because I'm going to apologize. But first, let me just for your do you have any plans for another Segway tour coming up anytime soon?
We'll
Are
be
you-
in
maybe-
Wapaka
maybe,
next
maybe
week,
Sheboygan.
so-
Maybe you could go on a tour of Sheboygan on a Segway.
well, I've been asked. We have a little Segway rodeo that we do in our town here, and I thought I'd give that a shot. But no, not really. No.
Well,
Make
okay.
sure it's
All right. Well,
perfectly flat.
I don't know if you saw last week's episode. Well, you did, because you were upset about it.
Very.
But I just wanted to review some safety lessons with the Segway,
Okay.
and maybe pinpoint where your problem was. Maybe we can help you here.
Sure.
Some of the viewers who are on their next Segway tour through Wapaka can
Many first-time riders mistakenly pull the handlebar towards themselves as they step on the machine. This can cause the machine to buck back and forth.
Nope.
If this happens,
that wasn't you. I feel like this was you. This is what I'm picturing when.
carefully step off the machine and try mounting again. If you can trip over it while walking, you can fall over it on a Segway HT.
Were you maybe looking at some Wapaka babes walking by? And that's
No, and I wouldn't tell you if I did.
They had a filming for the picture post, and you know.
Oh yeah, that's a. All right, so here's some animations. Maybe just tell me when to stop if it's the one that.
Segway HT balances you
close.
forwards
I
and
feel like
backwards,
this might have
but
been
not
the problem.
sideways.
Yeah.
This could cause you to tip over.
No.
Was there that big yellow
urine
splat
urine
on the ground?
puddle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, urine puddles will always do it.
I can't believe they didn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So none of that was there. I mean, I had no trouble other than that. So
Okay.
I was
Well-
fine the rest of the trip. Nick can attest to that. I got all the way. It was about a 2-hour tour, really. So
Okay, and you were able to see like oh look at there's the Hardee's and oh look at over there's the Walmart.
Right.
Is it on the tour on the
yeah,
Wapaka
it was
tour?
it was tour of small town America, of course.
Yeah. All right, Steve, roll the graphic. It's apology time. In my head that Fred was dead.
Apologies.
In my head that Fred was dead.
Apologies.
No. He's alive and well and still producing videos.
Apology corner.
He directed Gremlins 2, the new batch, but not the first one.
There we go. It's official now. One quick thing. Patrick made a GIF. I asked last week to make a GIF of the. So Dan, I'll send this to you afterwards.
Good.
Yeah, this GIF that Patrick made. I think.
Just study this.
Yeah, study that GIF.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm just having a moment here. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
you're getting
I got it.
emotional
I'm
from
fine. I'm
you were
fine.
having flashbacks. Is that what it
PTSD.
was? Okay.
Thanks
I
for
got-
worrying about me.
I brought the Batman cereal back from New York. We still have 3 boxes there, so don't worry.
Okay.
I'm going to eat one morsel because I feel
And
terrible.
what are you apologizing for? I'm sorry.
Laughing at your misery.
That's
Is that
not
good
what I was
enough?
shooting for, but sure.
Misrepresenting your athleticism.
There we go.
Okay. All right. There we go. I'm sorry for misrepresenting your athleticism.
Thank you.
There we go.
Get stuck in your teeth, Joe, and you're
Oh,
gonna
oh,
there we go. That's what people tune in for.
Yeah,
I would have appreciated a little more gagging, but I'll take it.
I think 2 morsels would have done it.
Yeah.
I also think I'm getting used to it. You know, I think I'm able to mentally prepare for it. Steve, you ate some Batman cereal.
I did, and I felt like my breath was. I was exuding it for the next few hours, no matter what I ate.
You're extruding it.
Thank you.
All right, Dan. Are all good? We good? We can go
are.
on.
We are. I feel history evened out now.
Okay.
All is well.
Also, Dan, you're a regular Melinda too. What? You like the show? You've watched every single episode.
Oh no, I don't watch the show.
No, you don't. Okay.
No.
All right.
I just. It's another way to send Nick money, and you know.
They are actually patrons. It's pretty pathetic that's what I
you
have to rely on.
You don't share this with these guys, do you, Nick? You told me.
Yeah, it's split 5 ways.
He takes that part out of the.
You just went down $30 a month. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Oh, God. All right. Where do you stand on Daniel Songer?
I believe standing on Daniel Songer is actually a pretty good idea. So thanks for the suggestion.
Okay. I'm trying to think of Melinda questions that. All right, I can't think of any.
Excitement or tedium? What do you?
Excitement or tedium? Where do you stand?
You mean just in general?
On the show.
The show is always exciting. The 2 or 3 that I've seen.
Yeah. Yep. Nothing but excitement. Okay.
Well,
you haven't watched enough then.
I hope this accomplished your mission. You'll never be tormented or made fun of by any of us ever again. So I think
good, because that was decades ago, and I know in our family, no one ever remembers any little.
What was the Mustaches story?
The what?
Mustaches story? Nick,
there is no Mustaches story.
Nick,
we're on vacation in a little town called Wapaka. We've been going since I was 8 years old. And one time, my dad was trying to get everybody's pizza order at the local pizza place.
Honey, he's telling me the Mustaches story.
And said, "All right, you want mushrooms? You want who wants mustaches on their pizza?" And that malapropism from probably 35 years ago is. Yeah. Now my niece and nephew bring up jars of mustaches because they say they like extra on their pizza. The pizza shop is now called Mustaches.
Yep. I think hats were made, shirts were made.
Oh yeah,
all that kind of stuff.
Language evolves.
Yes, exactly.
It's a living, breathing thing.
It's one little slip from decades ago. Somehow.
The next time you're on, we'll tell everybody about the time you said turkin instead of turkey and chicken.
From 1987.
Steve, I identify with you more and more every time we talk. So.
Nick, is your dad a flub master?
Yeah, he taught Steve everything he knows. It's only on vacations though, and the brain relaxes a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only time
we had a giant rental minivan, and it started raining. We put the wipers on. He goes, "Big wipers much?" And that was another. Big wipers much is still quoted to this day too.
I never heard that one.
Yeah,
you never heard of big wipers much?
No, that's a new one.
That's a different meaning for Joe.
Some families have wonderful stories of accomplishments, and we have these stupid sayings that come up time and time again
about failure.
Yes, mostly about failure.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And my poor friends like, what's going on with this?
Yeah.
And they have to tell this ridiculous story.
Yeah. One last question, then we got to get out of here.
Sure.
Daddy's car. Do you know the Daddy's car story?
I do, and that was the LeBaron, I believe it was.
Yeah. Every time I see a LeBaron, even to myself, I'm like, oh, there's a Daddy's car.
Yeah. I mean, I heard the story, and I didn't know about it at that time. But when I heard the story, I went, yeah, of course.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
you'd be yelled at by a shirtless man mowing his lawn. Of course.
I like that we're talking about the Daddy's car story without actually telling the Daddy's car story.
Yeah. Well, I was just driving my dad's car. A Chrysler LeBaron convertible. It was a nice day out, so I put the top down.
You're in high school?
I'm in high school, and a shirtless guy mowing his lawn stopped. I stopped at the stoplight. He goes, "Daddy's car." And I just kind of looked over and then couldn't wait for the light to change. Just kind of quickly soon
People
got
love
it.
yelling things to Nick, like rubbish boy.
Well, I just remember the times they do. So.
Yeah.
Good
Well,
stuff.
And Nick's
All
right.
right.
It was from a chop shop. They had chopped a car that had been totaled and sold it as not, and I had to go to court for it. So
Nothing
yeah,
but problems
it was brutal.
with Daddy's car.
It's another
Pre
story. Sorry.
Carfax.
What?
It was this pre Carfax where you could get the.
Yeah.
full-
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, Daddy's car has a story to tell.
Oh, yeah.
Always.
All right, what do we got coming up? EP Cool Cat bloopers. Let's do that.
Yeah, well, we also have a bonus thing from Kyle Mooney we could.
Oh
put
yeah,
on
we'll put up
Thursday.
more Kyle Mooney on our Patreon for $10 and up patrons. Well, he showed us a public access video that we're saving for the patrons. It went long, so we're cutting that out and putting it on Patreon.
Yeah, it's from Dallas. It's pretty good. So yeah, you'll want to subscribe on Patreon. And what else?
Next week we have we're gonna watch martial arts videos with Brandon Lim, who is our Toronto pal.
Oh
Does
yeah.
stuff with the WOC, and he is he knows everything martial arts, so he's gonna be our expert.
Okay, that's gonna be a good one. Let's go digging.
Dan, we're gonna say our goodbyes now, but make sure you have a catchphrase ready. You're gonna go after George, okay?
Understood.
Okay.
All right, and then what are we going out on though tonight?
We're going out on. We're gonna watch more of that Best Buy video of Face First. Singing that Christina Aguilera song "Genie in a Bottle," which after I listened to this, I was like, "This is a great song." I listened to it like 5 times today on my drive, the Christina Aguilera version. But here's the Face First version. So here's the thing: if we had been prepared, we could have done better.
See you down the road to Clowndom.
Continued success with all your segues.
We don't have the close. I haven't written it yet, mothers.
Segways are cool.
I was hoping for Daddy. I was hoping for Daddy's car.
Of course, that's why I didn't do that.
Oh, okay.
When we return, Dr. Selner will complete the bunion surgery.
Yes, those are his pajamas he's wearing.
All right, I gotta go.
That's all. That's it.
Let me see that one.
Rocks are done. Gotta sleep. Bye.
That's it. That it done.
We did our best. If we'd been prepared, we could have done better.
What do you think about Bibra?
About what?
Mine
not there for yuck anymore.
Ooh.
That's all I'm doing.
Cheerio. Continued success.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Tinkerbell!
Hasta la vista, baby. And I got that from Arnold Schwarzenegger, the governor from California.
We'll be right back right after that. Good luck from all of us at Hagen.
And Kurt Polster, the real great guy.
Nice, nice.
Goodbye.
Chucky, better luck next time.
Jim's Coins in Hilldale.